If your main desire is to be rich, you're probably not called to be rich, because God rarely builds his work on just desire. He builds it on obedience. And here's why that matters. Your heart can get in the way. Scripture literally says, the heart is deceptive. It can convince you something feels right, even when it's leading you in the wrong direction. That's why your calling isn't led by emotion. It's anchored by the word and in obedience. What God calls you to often feels like a cross before it ever becomes a crown. That doesn't mean God is against wealth. He's against people who want it for selfish gain. And if you stay with me to the end of this, it's going to change how you see money, obedience, and responsibility. And this is where most people miss it. Financial freedom is usually a wisdom issue, not a situational issue. It's not your job, not the economy, not where you started. It's learning how to apply wisdom. And wisdom is applied knowledge, because two people can be in the same situation and end up with completely different outcomes. So the real question isn't, can God bless me? The real question is, why do I want this in the first place? Because you can desire wealth out of greed, or you can desire it as a steward of God. And the Bible condemns one, and the other, the Bible commands. And don't miss this, God blesses obedience in action. And many individuals are waiting on God when God is waiting on them. And Scripture never specifically calls believers to be passive. The only place God calls us to be still is in prayer and intimacy. Everywhere else, we're called to move. It calls us to be productive. Again, we're stewards. We don't chase provision. We build to attract it. And the way you build to attract it is by becoming the person God designed you to be and operating there consistently. Because when you live below who God designed you to be, you also live below the power to get wealth He already gave you. And God doesn't just give increase to random people. He gives power, capacity, and responsibility. And faithfulness to God's presence makes you attractive. Fasting makes you disciplined and dependable. And when you seek Him for wisdom and direction, then actually build high-value skills. You position yourself for the power to get wealth to flow through you. And holding to your word is your bond, makes you attractive, because trust is attractive. Now here's the part that most people don't like. God doesn't withhold increase to punish you. He withholds it to protect you. And a lot of us desire financial independence. But increase doesn't change who you are. It amplifies who you already are. That's why if you're inconsistent, more money makes you reckless. If you're undisciplined, more opportunity overwhelms you. If you're immature, more responsibility crushes you. That's why delay isn't rejection, it's preparation. And most people think they're being held back by God, when in reality, God is holding them together. Because if increase came too early, it would destroy most people. And this is where a lot of believers misunderstand how God works. God promotes preparedness, being prepared. He doesn't reward just potential. He rewards faithfulness under pressure. Scripture is clear. We're tested in little before we're trusted with much. So when it feels like nothing is moving, that doesn't mean nothing isn't happening. It means capacity is being built. Pressure is being applied. Discipline is being formed. Character is being revealed. Because God doesn't give increase to people He can't rely on. And this connects directly to why skills matter. God doesn't give wealth to just random people. He gives power, capacity, responsibility, which means the real question isn't, why hasn't God released more yet? The real question is, am I becoming someone who can handle more? Because every next level requires a stronger version of you. More clarity, more discipline, more consistency, more skill. That's why God develops people in obscurity. That's why preparation happens when no one is watching. And that's why obedience always comes before expansion. Here's where this gets practical. Skills are how responsibility becomes useful. God doesn't release increase without a vehicle. Skills are the vehicle. And in this generation, that vehicle is often entrepreneurship. Because entrepreneurship is simply stewardship in motion. It's taking responsibility, solving problems, and creating value at scale. Becoming valuable. And here's the part most people miss. It comes through your gifts. Not someone else's gift, not someone else's calling, not someone else's lane. Yours. Your gifts are the raw material. Skills are how those gifts are sharpened. Entrepreneurship is how they get expressed in the marketplace. This is why financial freedom doesn't come through wishing or praying without action or waiting for the perfect situation. It comes through competence. And God moves financial freedom through gifts that are developed into skills. Skills that solve real problems. Skills that create real value. Skills that scale beyond your time and effort. That's how entrepreneurship works when it's done right. A lot of people chase hype. They chase shortcuts. They think they're entitled, but they haven't paid the price. This is why two people can have the same faith, the same prayers, the same gifts, and end up in completely different places down the road. One developed their gift, the other buried them. We've all heard the parable of the talents. And don't miss this, skills aren't about chasing money. They're about stewardship. They're how responsibility turns into impact. They're how obedience turns into provision. They're how financial freedom becomes possible without compromising your values. Now in a minute, I'll show you what this actually looks like practically. But first, you need to understand why most people never get here. So why do most people never get here? It's not because they lack faith. It's not because God forgot about them. It's not because the system is rigged. It's because they never stay in one place long enough to develop depth. They start, then they stop. They get inspired, then distracted. They pray, but don't persist. Don't act. Don't pursue. And over time, they confuse movement with progress. And they're just drifting. But God doesn't just reward motion, drifting. He rewards faithfulness, not idleness. That's why most people quit right before capacity forms. You have to be stretched because capacity doesn't feel exciting. It feels boring in the beginning. It feels repetitive. It feels hidden. And that's exactly where most people leave. It's uncomfortable. And in the parable, some multiplied what they were given. Some increased it, and one buried it. The issue wasn't what they were given. It was what they did with it. The one who buried it wasn't punished for lack. He was confronted for fear and inactivity. Because God doesn't judge you for not starting with much. He judges you for refusing to develop what you were given. So you have gifts inside that need to be developed, skills that need to be perfected. So now let's get practical. Because at some point, spirituality has to show up in real life. And at some point, faith has to become action. And it has to become skill. Calling has to become craft. And obedience has to become execution. This is where most people get uncomfortable. But this is also where financial freedom actually begins. High value skills. When I say high value skills, I'm not talking about trends, shortcuts, side hustles. I'm talking about skills that solve problems, communicate value, create leverage in the marketplace, and scale beyond your time and your energy. Skills like learning how to communicate clearly, speaking, learning how to sell ethically, learning how to build systems on the internet, leverage, learning how to lead, write, teach, or create, learning how to market ideas and solutions. These are not worldly skills. These are for the kingdom as well. These are multipliers. They are tools God uses to move provision through people who are preparing and being prepared. And the reason why this connects to financial freedom isn't about escaping the work. It's not about a hand-me-out. It's about owning responsibility and being a steward of the kingdom. It's about becoming so useful, so reliable, so competent that provision has no choice but to follow. Becoming so good. And this is why people who chase money stay stuck. They want money without the skills, without the depth, without the character. The people who chase mastery attract opportunities. And the truth, most people won't say, God doesn't bless comfort. He blesses competence. He doesn't anoint laziness. He empowers diligence. And he doesn't give financial freedom to people who won't carry responsibility. So if you're frustrated, if you feel delayed, if you feel like you're capable of more, that's a good place to be in. This is not condemnation. That means you're ready for change. That's an invitation to rise in skill, to rise in responsibility, an invitation to deepen your gifts, an invitation to stop waiting and to start building. And here's what this actually means. Pick one gift God gave you. Develop that gift. Develop one skill that sharpens it and commit to operating there consistently. Because God already gave you the power to get wealth. The question is whether you'll develop the capacity to carry it. And if you want to go a little bit deeper in all this, I put everything I've learned, everything that you've heard about in this video, in depth, into my new book. It's called the Power to Get Wealth book. And it's right down in the description if you're interested. In it, I break down discipline, activating the power to get wealth in your life, how to sharpen your gifts, and how to build the capacity God actually blesses. It's about becoming the kind of person who can carry increase. And at the end of the book, I invite you into Relentless Entrepreneurs Digital University. This is my university where I go deeper into developing real skills and execution. And I show you how I build a whole salary on the internet. The university is opening soon, and book readers get early access and 50% off. And if you want to be notified when it opens, the link is down below at relentlessentrepreneursdigital.com. And that's it for this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Be blessed. I'll see you soon.